You can go back as far as you want. There have always been people who want to hit things in Smite and people with an equal and opposite desire to not be hit by things. Keep your eyes on the Aphrodite.
Zapman will fall. Shadowcue in a bit of trouble as well. Lass is pumping damage into Badger. Badger forced out of the fight. Chain Lightning doing work as well. Shadowcue juking Reels. Reels can't find the hit. Shadowcue still alive. Whirlpool gonna miss. Best seconds. Down goes Reels. Shadowcue still with the juke. What play from Shadowcue? Captain Twig. 3 stacks. He's gonna fall here as well. Ultimate. Detonate. Down falls Captain Twig. And Deep Dignitas takes the fight. Amazing play.
There's backsteps.
Backstep.
There's wiggles. There's 180s. And of course, there's my Frosty Footwork. Get pooped on. Nope, now we play this game. Hello? Oh, it's a decoy.
Are you juking a decoy?
Yeah. Thanatos was here too, I swear. Personally, my favorite juke is when you hold down forward and move your camera in the direction that you're going. Do not press side to side, that gives you a movement penalty. Do not press back, that'll stall you entirely. Highly recommended for you support players. You're buying time for actives, for cooldowns, for teammates. If you have aura items, every second that you stay alive, that's more value that you're adding to the fights. Keep track of what's been used in fights and when it's gonna come up again. I've seen some very sad jukage. I've been the very sad jukage. I thought she was gonna ult, man. Are you stupid? She started that fight with her ult. And unless she's building 99% cooldown, I don't think she has her ult again. Oh, and listen real quick. You hear that? Beads. Purification beads. That's the sweet sound of I can turn this around. Use your hearing, my friend. What I've seen so far from glances and from what I'm hearing is she has no beads and she has minimal mana. So I can either turn it around on her, or if she attempts to kill me and succeeds, she's not going to get out alive. She's not going to have enough mana to kill me and dash out. ADCs need to get their dancing crocs out so that they can shimmy their way into range to do damage, or shimmy their way out without relying on their escape. You'll be the ones using more of the side steps, more of the shimmies, more of the back steps. You have to be very aware of where you're standing and what you've done so far. While supports are keeping track of everything else that's going into the game, they're not a high target. They don't get committed on all the time, unlike ADCs. Sylvanas has a hook, and you can tell by my courageous support who canceled his flames and ran away. We've got a problem because he has pressure with that hook. So I gotta get into his head. I turn around and walk myself out of range, then I allow him to walk himself back into range. I auto attack and move right. Auto attack and move right again. Move left next time, then go back to the right. Establish a pattern and then break it. That's more for laning. That's for long term. People who have spent time with you in the lane. Junglers don't spend a lot of time with you. They don't even buy you a drink, they just come in and gank you. You're probably already thinking, oh my god, he about to juke a Thanatos ult. You don't juke a Thanatos ult, it's too big. But what about those clips where it's usually a bad Thanatos? Or you kept an option open like your dash or your leap. I already gave up my dash. You don't plan a playstyle around human error. Oh man, if they had done this poorly, I could have done that. So you're only good if somebody else is bad? I'm planning for his success. He's going to hit me. Then I'm going to purify the stun. I'm going to move hard to the left and then move back right. So in essence, a juke is this. Identify if you are being aimed at, identify who is doing the aiming, and then you figure out how you want to mislead them. Don't stare at the target, it's rude. It also takes away from the time that you could be aiming. I want him convinced that I'm running away to the left because his 3 starts on his right. He looks a little sad, doesn't he? I hug into him because at the end of his 3, he does that little push forward, and that's gonna move him onto my left side, completely missing me. This is a short video, and that's because I do not emphasize juking. It's a get out of trouble mechanic. You should know how to stay out of trouble in the first place, and that has to do with positioning, baiting, matchup knowledge, map awareness, and I would be jumping the gun right there, because we are gonna cover that next.